What's up, everyone? Howler here, coach of your Delta Gligars. Today I'm bringing you the Week 11 Team Builder for the BBR. We are going up against Shayquaza and his Dallas Starmies. You can see his team over on the right side of the screen. Shay has had a very unfortunate season. He's sitting at 4-6, and I'm not sure if he's technically eliminated from playoffs yet or not, but he would need a small miracle in here to happen for him to have any chance of making playoffs at this stage. He really should be right in the thick of playoff contention. Like, he has been super unlucky this season. He should have a lot better record than he does, in my opinion. But enough about Shay. Let's get into our team now. Well, not quite. I do have to say, we are one win away from clinching playoffs, and even if we don't win one of our last two games because our differential is so strong, we still have a very solid chance at making playoffs, even with a 7-5 record, shockingly enough, in a 20-team league. But yeah, so I did make this team very, very quickly, so this might end up being a shorter team builder, but I think I really like Specs Dragapult here. I just run enough speed for the Victini, and then Zeraora is always going to outspeed me anyway, so I'll run as much bulk as possible to actually be able to switch this Dragapult in to certain more passive mons like the Skarmory. I might consider switching this in hard on a Skarmory, so I can just click a Specs attack. Draco Meteor, I don't care about dropping my stats because Zeraora is coming in to revenge me and outspeed me all the time, so Dragapult's gonna come in, drop a massive bomb, and get out, basically. U-turn's just there for momentum. Things that can try to switch in on me are Clefairy can try to switch in on Draco Meteor. Guzzlord, if I'm locked into Shadow Ball, can take Shadow Balls pretty easily, but outside of that, there really isn't much that wants to take attacks from my Dragapult, so if I'm predicting either one of them to switch in, I could go for a U-turn. I also have Hex on here because his grounded poison is Gloom, which honestly isn't a terrible mon. Like, I think it's pretty usable in this league, but if he doesn't bring Gloom and I get Toxic Spikes up with my Tentacruel, then he's gonna have a hard time. He's gonna have a pretty hard time getting rid of them. He does have Rapid Spin with the Serena, but I have a Rocky Helmet Tangrowth, which I'm about to get to. And, you know, he's brought Serena with boots before, so the Serena might not necessarily get poisoned, but it doesn't enjoy switching in on Rocky Helmet Tangrowth regardless. I don't imagine I would try switching in my Dragapult to spin block a Serena because it could have, like, triple axle. And if it goes for a triple axle as I switch in my Rocky Helmet Tangrowth, then it's going to take basically 50% recoil to that, so that'll be good. Yeah, so Hex is there in case Toxic Spikes wreak havoc, then I can lock myself into Hex and basically claim a kill. So our Tangrowth here, pretty standard set. Although I am running the Lax Nature minus Spadef, I didn't want to run Relaxed because I didn't want the Guzzlord to be faster than me. If I really want to, I can risk going for a Sleep Powder on that thing. And putting that thing to sleep because I prefer not to have to switch into that thing if at all possible. Obviously, I can't go for a Sleep Powder if it's going to come in on Toxic Spikes and get poisoned, so I'll have to keep that in mind. But I didn't particularly care for another coverage move on this. I wanted to try out Sleep Powder because I wasn't running Assault Vest, so I could afford to run Sleep Powder. Although now that I'm thinking about it, Leech Seed actually would be really nice. Leech Seed. Do I want Leech Seed for the Guzzlord? I don't know. I'm going to think about that one. Because Guzzlord has such a high HP stat, it's going to give me a ton of HP back, a ton of HP recovery from Leech Seed. So I think I may want to try that actually. now that I'm saying it out loud, I won't change it here on the team builder, but I'll probably let you know just before the battle starts if I have sleep powder or elite seed still. So yeah, I threw a couple of extra speed EVs in here because I feel like it's very possible Guzzlord could try to speed creep my Tang growth. And then we just have Earthquake, because this for Zera Aura knockoff to get rid of items can drain pretty standard Tang growth fare. It's pretty important to switch this thing in on. It's pretty important to have this thing around for the likes of Mudsdale as well, because I don't have great ways of switching into Mudsdale beyond this Tang growth. I realize I'm probably going to get toxic if I on a switch, but I think I can live with that. Cobalion. I just knew that I wanted Cobalion. I didn't really know what I wanted it to do, other than, you know, it can throw up rocks. It can run its dual stabs like I've been running on it all season. I didn't particularly. I don't have to run much speed. Like, I just put enough speed on this Cobalion and Tentacruel to always outspeed modest max speed Blastoise. I didn't really speed creep the Orbeetle in any way. Like, Orbeetle would have to run quite a bit of speed investment to want to outspeed my Tentacruel or Cobalion anyway. And Orbeetle kind of invites in Specs Dragapult anyway, so yeah. Oh yeah, I should mention we are running Clear Body on our Dragapult just in case I haven't got rid of Sticky Webs on my side of the field yet, so I won't take the speed drop from Sticky Web Orbeetle. And I totally forgot to mention as well, Shay sniped me in transactions at the transaction deadline. I was gonna pick up Orbeetle, get rid of my Tang growth, and instead he takes Orbeetle, claims it in free agency like on the Saturday of the last week. I was gonna pick it up on the Sunday, but fuck you, Shay. Anyways, yeah. So Reflect is here, just basically to facilitate my Moltres' setup, because Moltres is the win condition this week. And I just threw on Akaberry here so I can take a hit from Victini, because I don't particularly enjoy switching into Victini outside of Dragapult and Victini. I have run Thunderwave Victini before to I get playing against Dragapult, so I don't know if I want to switch Dragapult in that aggressively on a Victini, so we just threw Akaberry on here so that maybe we can get Rocks up or get a Reflect up in a last ditch effort or whatever. So Tentacruel, Toxic Spikes, Rapid Spin, and then just Dual Stab. Acid Spray is cool because we should always be able to 1v1 the 1v1 certain things that you might not expect with recovery, like say a Clefairy's trying to Cosmic Power up on us or something, then we can get the special defense drops on it, and wear it down that way. We can get special defense drops against Gloom are really nice, because if it could just kind of sit in front of me and be annoying if it really wanted to. Special defense drop on Guzzlord is super nice as well. Yeah, I mean, that's Tentacruel. We have Liquid Ooze. I could have run Clear Body as well, but just to try to get rid of Sticky Webs easier, but I felt I'll change it to Liquid Ooze so that Gloom isn't as annoying if it decides to come, because if it does decide to come, then he's going to have a lot easier time getting rid of my Toxic Spikes. So Moltres, Weakness, Policy, Agility. We should be outspeeding his entire team after the Agility, even a Scarfed Victini. I didn't bother just creeping a Scarfed Persian. If I lose to a Scarf Persian, then I lose to a Scarf Persian. Yeah, so just our dual Flying Stabs with Fiery Wrath. Much more offensive spread than we've been bringing on Moltres in the past. I did want to make sure that this thing could take a hit from a Blastoise after it's gone for a Shell Smash. And because we're so naturally specially bulky, we take modest +2 Ice Beam from Blastoise, even with this little investment. and that would proc our weakness policy and our berserk, give us +3 boost in special attack. He doesn't have much priority to revenge kill me from there, unless he brings fake out Zeraora, which is a possibility, but if he does that, then good for him. Yeah, I'm hoping that this can shred through Shay's team. And last but not least, I did decide to go slightly in the way of memes in bringing Luxio this week. However, it does have a use. I wouldn't bring it if it didn't have a use, okay? We've got Reflect on Cobalion so that we can set up with Moltres in front of Zeraora, and if he were to attack me and proc my weakness policy, then that would be great for us. I do need to make sure that Moltres does not take rocks damage in order to take hits from Zeraora and a Blastoise after Shell Smash as well, so it's very important that I spin away rocks from his Mudsdale before I go for game with Moltres. And actually, you know what? I honestly might consider going hard Dragapult on the Mudsdale. I wouldn't care too much about switching it into an Earthquake if he didn't go for Earthquake, if he went for like a Toxic or Stealth Rocks or something, because then I get huge damage off on something, and he doesn't get rocks up. I don't have to worry about spinning them away with Tentacruel. So this thing is here with baby doll eyes, okay? If we switch this in on Zeraora, we send it to -1. If Zeraora is at -1 attack, it cannot OHKO Moltres, even if I don't have my Reflect up. So that's why I'm bringing this. If it goes for a sub, I can roar it out. I'm honestly not sure what the interaction is with Plasma Fists and Roar, because Roar I know is a normal type move. So theoretically, if it spams Plasma Fists against Luxio as I try to roar it out, I might just lose to Zeraora, but you gotta give it to him if that happens, right? I guess you gotta, yeah. Like, I have another attacking move just in case to potentially try to break a Zeraora sub if that were to happen, but mainly I just threw it on there to have extra coverage against Guzzlord. I can 2-hit KO Guzzlord with Play Rough, so yeah, that's why I decided to bring that. So yeah, I hope you're looking forward to Luxio making its debut. It's not like I was insistent on making sure that I brought Luxio to at least one game this season. It's just, I would have been fine with not bringing it at all, but it's late in the season. I saw a use for it, and I threw it on the team. So, as I said, I made this team very quick. So, I did mention that I was very close to bringing it last week too. So, if you enjoyed this team builder, make sure to leave a like, comment down below what you think of the team. How excited are you to see Luxio put in work this week? And subscribe to the channel to keep up with all of our Draft League content, and make sure you don't miss the battle going up tomorrow. We'll see you then.